Hey guys, let's get into it. Camille, what is Camille doing? Is she trying to get back on the show, or did the producers reach out to her and say, listen, we don't have anything, going on this season. It's mad boring. Can you come in, set some fire to some friendships? I think that's what's happening here because I don't understand Camille's apology tour. She was living her best life in Malibu on the beach with that beautiful home, minding her business with her fine man. Why does she need to be on this tacky show with these broads, especially since Vanderpump in the class left? Why does she need to be slumming it on Beverly Hills? She got that huge settlement from Kelsey that her and her man is living off of. She does not need this show. So I'm feeling like the producers called her and was just like, we don't have anything. We really need you to come back, especially since Garcelle was booked and busy the whole season. So they don't have a lot of footage of Garcelle, the black person that was supposed to save this franchise. And then Sutton had to be demoted because she couldn't film with her kids. So I guess they were sitting in the editing bay and was just like, oh damn, we don't have a season. So we got to figure some things out. That's what I think happened. They didn't have anything, so they needed Camille to come back. Girl, I hope you got top dollar. You came in to save this show. I hope you got top dollar. And then we also get the return of Brandi. Something here is going on, and I have to do a bit more research before I talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it in this video because I also need to see next week's episode to make sense of what I think is happening here. So I'll talk about that in the following video. However, something is going on here with the interest of Camille and Brandi, and the continuity is just really off. There are a lot of things that are not consistent. The editing of this episode alone was so choppy and so inconsistent. I'm like, something else is happening here. We will talk about that in the next video. So while Camille is doing her apology tour, Denise is doing the same thing. She's apologizing for Aaron, as she should, right? My only issue with the way Denise is going about this is that she's trying to have a conversation with the ladies, and the ladies are already pissed. So when you're wrong, the person that you wronged has to be in the position to receive your apology and to also dialogue about this thing with you. I think the best thing to do when you have wronged someone and they are upset at what you did to them, I think the best thing to do is apologize. And then after that, anger has subsided, if they feel like having a dialogue about it, then have a dialogue about it. I think Denise is going about it backwards. She's trying to have a dialogue about the situation, about, her feeling some sort of way about the conversations they have had around her kids, and then, Aaron getting the girls together. I think she wants to talk about it first, and the ladies are just like, I don't want to have a conversation. I want an apology first because I was offended. I was wronged by you, and I was offended. And I think because she's not starting off with that, she's starting off with, can we have a conversation? I want to talk to you about it. I don't want no conversation. I want an apology. So the ladies are all in this place, and I'm I'm bothered by it. I just feel like y'all too old to be clicking up. Y'all too old. Like, y'all have lived too much life. You've been through too much female mess to be here at your big age and clicking up. Y'all in y'all, what, 60s and 50s? And y'all clicking up? Really? So we're going backwards now. So now everybody just needs an apology from Denise. Everybody has the same wants. That to me says that you guys have already had a conversation about this. And you guys have made ultimatums. And if she doesn't do this one thing, you all are like blocking her out. So I think that's what's going on here. But I still can't side with the way Denise is going about it because she was wrong in this aspect. And here's why I think that. Those are your children. Even if their father is Charlie Sheen and their mother is the chick from Wild Things, who cares? If you don't want certain conversations around your kids, then you don't need to have those conversations. I will say that I agree with Rinna, though. Because Rinna said in her confessional that she thinks that Denise saw herself last season. And she came on this season trying to undo what she already did concerning her image. Her kids probably found out about the happy ending and they didn't like that and were grossed out about some things that were said on TV. So now she's trying to come on a show like Mother Mary, and the ladies are just like, this is not who you are. What is going on here? They are not going to participate in her redoing her image. Not when you came on the show talking about you and your husband getting happy endings from an 80-year-old Asian woman at a spa. That's how you came in, mama. So now you want to backtrack that and then jump on the ladies when they are not comfortable with this new image. Concerning her children, though, when you're in her home and she says, don't have these conversations around my kids, I get it. Just respect that. I don't know why the ladies were so bothered by that in that moment, because they all do that. None of those ladies would want to talk about threesomes in front of their kids. That's just the God's honest truth. I think the issue is that the ladies met Denise a certain way and they were just not aware that she was doing an image overhaul. So Denise wouldn't drop it, they wouldn't drop it, and now we're here. Where Denise went wrong was that she was bringing her husband to defend her. Say what you want, mama. Aaron wasn't showing up at anything until you and the ladies started beefing. So now that you and the ladies are in an uncomfortable place, you bring your man to say all the things that you don't want to say because you want to look a certain way. So you bring him to be your pit, but you have to realize you can't control a pit, especially once they lash out and then they bite, cling on. You can't pull a pit back. And she learned that with a man. So that's where she went wrong. And instead of apologizing for that, she wanted to have these little conversations that nobody wanted to have. What I will say with the ladies and Aaron, right? Aaron was wrong. I cannot agree with him getting in those ladies' faces about his wife. Yes, it's cute, right? I want my man to defend me from other men. I got the broads. I don't need you in woman's business. Because when a man aggressively comes after a woman, or just comes after a woman, period, there's no way that you will look like the good guy. Unless she's shooting you, you know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, we got to choke her out and get her off you. But because you're the guy, you just will never be in the right. Image-wise, it's just not a good look. The optics of that is just not a good look. He should have minded his business. He should have let his wife handle that. He should have never gotten involved because it looked like a setup, Denise. I got to be honest with you. As soon as you and the lady started having issues, you started bringing him to stuff, and then you will all of a sudden leave him with the ladies and disappear. And then come back and be like, oh my goodness, what happened? You know what happened. Your husband cussed them broads out. Listen, I don't agree with what he said, right? I don't agree with what he did, but I will say this. Aaron read them broads for filth. He read them down. That's why they're so angry. One, because a dude is coming after them. Two, because this dude is coming after them with reeds. He read them for filth individually, then got them all together collectively. I said, do we have a reed king on our hands? He got them broads in check, and they didn't like it. They were pissed. Even Erica, Miss Tough Erica, she was just like, well, you know, he was right. Like, still though, he was wrong. And I just feel like Denise just should have started out apologizing. Unfortunately, she was beefing with girls who had already clicked up against her. So now she's on the outs, and there's nothing, honestly, that she can do to get back into the group because now they're all getting together and talking about her and creating this beef. You know what I mean? So people who didn't have an issue with Denise is now like, oh, well, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that wasn't nice. Yeah, she can't do that. So now they're drumming up beef that they never had, but because all the other ladies are constantly talking about it, now they're trying to find some issue, except for Garcelle. I think they're pulling Sutton in, and I don't want them to because I'm starting to like this side of Sutton. Sutton came in really ugly. Like, she just came in, not reading the ladies, just being mean. And it didn't look good, especially when she made Teddy cry. It was like, listen, Teddy get on all of our nerves, but she didn't deserve that. So Sutton's first impression was not good. Who we're starting to see, I'm liking. And it's a pity we didn't meet that person first, but I think she was just trying to make a strong impression and she made the wrong impression. So Messy Brandi is back, and all I'm going to say is I'm concerned. I'm concerned. The way she acted at Kyle's party, you know, just falling out all over the place, you know, collapsing on the, like falling back into that screen and then, you know, just collapsing, legs wide open. It was very alarming. And then you see her confessional and you're just like, girl, what's going on? What's going on? All I will say about her is that I just hope she gets the help she needs. Garcelle, you're black. We get it. My God, girl. My God. I think what's throwing me off about Garcelle which is how much she talks about being black. Maybe she didn't say it a lot. Maybe they just edited her confessionals to be where, you know, she's just talking about being black so much because maybe this audience is just not used to seeing black people with money. I don't know. But every time she talks about being black, you know, talking to Sutton about, I don't know, girl, with black hair in the rain, girl, I don't know. I have non-black friends. I don't talk about my hair getting wet in the rain and how it changes because I'm black. Like, I don't do that. I don't know no woman that wants to get her hair wet. Like, your hair changes when, you know, water hits it. Everybody, you know, that happens to everyone. Yes, for me, I'm going to look like a totally different person, but it's not that big of a deal. She just I'm happy for her being on this show. What I'm disappointed about is that we just don't get a lot of her. She's booked and busy. You know, I'm glad that she's booked and busy, but it's just like you also signed up for this show and we all came to this show because of you, but we don't even see you. Which is that's for another video. I think that's another reason why they call Camille back and Brandi. Because, you know, Garcelle is just not there. So like, sis, I get it. Were they encouraging you to talk about being black? Do they think that the people who watch this show have never like seen or talked to a black person? I don't know. It's just very weird. Black people, we don't do that. I'm a black woman. I don't say that. That's the white people stuff. Like, we get it, girl. We get it. Are they telling you to do this? It's just uncomfortable for me because I'm black. I don't talk about being black like that. Unless I'm talking about like black issues. But especially when I'm around like non-black people, I definitely ain't talking about my blackness. Because when I'm in, you know, the company of non-black people, it's black people in general. When we're in the company of non-black people, we are on survival mode. That is just our life. We only let down our guard when we're around our people. I'm not giving you no secrets to my community, especially if I'm in survival mode. We're not talking about my people. I don't know you like that. I'm not giving you no tea. So it just comes off very awkward to me. And I'm feeling like maybe she's being forced to talk about that through producers. This is what I will say, Bravo. If you're going to get a black cast member on this show, you need to have black producers. I guarantee you, if Garcelle had a black producer doing her confessionals with her, we would have never got this conversation. For me, it's not that it's too much that I'm like turned off by her talking about being black. It's just, as a fellow black person, it just seems very awkward because that's not how we talk. I'm feeling like they're forcing her to talk about, I don't know. It just seems very awkward to me. I kept on saying, oh girl, another black conversation. Black people don't talk about being black. It's weird. Do you sit at home and talk about being like whatever culture you are? Like, oh, good morning, blacks. I'm a black. What are the blacks gonna do like, it's just, I don't know. For me, it was just weird. What do you guys, for the sisters who watch me, sisters and the brothers who watch me, what do you guys think about that? Only the sisters and brothers, please. If you are not black, do not comment on this because I guarantee you, you will get dragged in the comments. Take it from me. I know what I'm talking about. I know my audience. But, you know, sisters and brothers, did you think that was kind of weird? It was weird to me. I'm like, girl, again, and now we're talking to Sutton about our hair getting wet. Like, please don't, sis. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Watching this show this long because of you. Because normally I check out of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after about episode 3, and then I like binge watch them like months after the season is over. I'm sticking in for Garcelle, who's never there, but I'm sticking in for her. But it's just like, maybe next season we'll get a black producer who can really like, you know, at least for Garcelle, just give her her own like producing team to like really give us an honest story. Cause this is just, then we get into, oh, I finally have a black boyfriend because the black community didn't like that I married a white man. I will say this. Concerning my culture, black men can date whoever they want. Black women cannot. I know that happens with other cultures. I'm just talking about my people. Black women cannot. It's just not accepted. We go through hell for it. I mean, God forbid we start having feelings for a white dude that we're working with. Baby. Nightmare.com. Black women tend to stick to dating black men because it's just easier. The hell we get. My God, today. I dated several. But in my early 20s, I dated 2 Caucasian men. My family has never let that go. especially my father, my God, today, I had to downplay that relationship because it was just like, oh my goodness, do you hate us? I'm like, why? Why am I getting that conversation? And my cousin got a whole white wife and a white family. Ain't nobody saying nothing to him. But me, it's like, oh, the ancestors. I'm like, I don't even like this dude like that. I'm just going out because he picks the best restaurant. Like, chill. That is the experience of a lot of Black women who date outside of the tribe. Our community makes it extremely hard for us. We have to stay with Black men. Black men can do whatever they want. So I did not have an issue with her saying that, you know. I did not have an issue with her talking about how she felt like, you know, what she was doing was wrong, because that is how it feels. You know, even if you like the person, even if you have like these emotions, and even when, you know, you two are together, it's the greatest thing on earth. You still feel guilty. You still feel bad. You still feel like you're doing something wrong. Understandable. Like, I get it. It's unfortunate because for Black women, it's the weight of our community on us when we decide to date outside of the tribe, not for our men. Misogyny. So anyway, I didn't have a problem with her saying that. It was just everything else. And then this conversation with Sutton, it just didn't, you know, make any sense. And then Sutton is just like, I know about the kitchen. I'm from Georgia. What? Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. And Sutton, listen. I know you and the rest of the ladies are afraid of Black Twitter. That's why y'all played so nicely with Garcelle. I get it. I'm Black and I'm afraid of Black Twitter. Let me tell you something. Black Twitter is powerful. That's the new civil rights movement, okay? So I get it, right? But this conversation with Garcelle, she was asking you about your money. You had every right to tell her to mind her damn business. Every right. Who is she? You don't got to tell nobody nothing about your money. You don't got to feel uncomfortable. You should have been like, no, that's not your business. I'm not having this conversation. What do you want for lunch? That's all we need to talk about. Don't give me this kitchen conversation so that you can get into my pockets. Hell no. Garcelle, that was rude. That was rude. Still love you on this show. I still think you're a great addition. I just hope that next season we get more of you. Maybe if they pay her more. I don't know. But it's just like, damn, I came to this show for you, and all I'm getting is renter. Let's talk about messy Brandi. Oh, I'm pulling out my hair because Black hair, when it gets wet, shrinks up. Are you watching something? I'm Black. Anyway, I don't believe a damn thing that Brandi said. I don't believe Brandi. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. We're going to talk about this whole thing. Kyle is messy. Kyle got them broads together last season and got rid of Lisa because she wants to be the queen of the season. Even Erica Jane said it. She said, now that Lisa Vanderpump isn't here, it's Kyle. She's the queen of Beverly Hills now. That's all Kyle ever wanted to be. She got her lapdog, Teddy, to do the dirty work so that she could have her hands clean, but she got Lisa out of there. I absolutely believe that Lisa sold that story to Dirt Online, Radar, right? Whatever that blog is. I absolutely believe that she did that. But let me tell you a little secret. They all do. Even the show. They all sell stories to blogs. These blogs are not that damn good. These are teenagers sitting in their mama's basement writing about gossip, and they live in Ohio. They are not that damn good. They do not have connections like that. The cast and the show reaches out to these blogs to give the information so that you, the audience, can get hype for what you're going to expect on the season when it's upcoming. You don't hear none of that gossip about them broads until the show is about to premiere. That's when you start hearing a month before, oh, these two are fighting. This one is about to lose her home. She's been losing her home. You're hearing about it now because the show is about to start. Every show has a PR person, and that person makes sure they get the word out about their show. Everybody does it. So I know Lisa did that. Kyle know that Lisa did that. And that was her way to get her off the show. Now she's doing the same thing to Denise. Why? Because Denise came to this show with so much momentum. Everybody was hyped to have her on the show. And I'm telling you, if she's successful in doing it, she's going to do the same thing for Garcelle. Kyle don't like nobody being above her. She feels like she's been here long enough. She put in the work. Her sister is a Hilton. She should be the one leading this show. Unfortunately for her, she's always been in the shadow of somebody more famous. So she got rid of Lisa. Now she's coming for Denise because Denise was the one that everybody was talking about when she came to the show. And Mother got a 2-season deal. And I think she got like $3 or $4 million. Kyle didn't get that too, but she was almost a damn decade into this show. So she got beef with Denise, and Denise don't even know that. So while Denise is trying to, make things right with all these ladies, she don't realize she's already on the outs. Brenna, Kyle, Teddy, and Erica already are working on getting Denise off the show. So she's done. Erica trying to keep her hands clean, but ma'am, you're a part of this too. Because you sit there and listen to the woman you called the Queen of Beverly Hills dog out Denise, and you agree, and you get mad at her for stuff you don't even really have an issue to be mad at her about. So you're a part of that too. Because you're scared of Kyle because you see what she can do. Kyle concocts this fake story, and she uses 2 of the most broken people that she knows to bring this story to light on this show because she wants to keep her hands clean. It's no coincidence that her and Teddy was in that room when Brandi walked in and gave this Oscar-winning Hallmark performance about how she felt taken advantage of by Denise. Here's why I think she's lying. Here's why I think this is a setup and this whole thing is bogus. We get footage of Brandi talking to Denise and Aaron. She's not awkward. She's not weird. She's not uncomfortable. She's telling them she wants to be a throuple. She's patting Denise's behind. She's talking to them like, not like they're old friends, but like they're cordial. Aaron is acting like he don't even know this girl. He's just really weirded out by her. He's looking at her and he's looking at his wife and he's giving Denise the eye of, okay, this is enough. Let's get out of here. This girl is drunk out of her mind and I'm uncomfortable. Aaron and Denise were uncomfortable, not Brandi. So then we get this flashback of Brandi saying to Kyle, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. And now we're trying to make that her saying, I'm a little nervous about meeting Denise and Aaron, not the fact that she's nervous about running into Adrienne Maloof, because at the reunion, she said that she used a surrogate to have her children, and Adrienne was heartbroken about that. In my opinion, that's what that line was about, because Brandi knew that she was going to see Adrienne. And when she saw Adrienne, she finally apologized for saying what she said and then put the whole thing on Lisa. Adrienne wasn't buying none of that mess. She just said, okay, girl, just let it go. You know what I mean? Like, Adrienne wasn't even about that. She got her coins. She's living her best life. She don't want to be involved in that mess with that girl because she knows that Brandi is messy. So whatever Brandi was trying to do, Adrienne did not want to be pulled back into that. So she just, squashed it with her or whatever. But the fact that they tried to edit that and make it be about Denise and Aaron, I was just like, no, y'all too messy. Y'all too messy and your editing is not that good, at least for this season, because stuff is too broken up and sloppy. So when I saw that, I was just like, this ain't making sense. This is not adding up. Brandi was talking about Adrienne. How are we turning this into Denise and Aaron? Doesn't make sense to me because when she saw them, the only people who were uncomfortable was Denise and Aaron, not Brandi. So Teddy and Kyle are packing for Rome. Kim comes over to return a dress or whatever. Kim walks in mic'd. Makes sense. Makes sense. If you're going to enter a scene, you're going to have to be mic'd. She's sitting there talking to her sister and she's just like, okay, I got to go because it's Brandi's birthday and we're going to go celebrate. And Kyle, who hates Brandi, was just like, bring her in. No, I want to talk to her. I don't want to leave her out in the car. You hate this chick. This woman said that your husband don't love you and that he cheats on you. She said that your sister was doing crystal meth in the bathroom. She said a lot of awful things. And you blamed her for you and your sister not being as close as you used to be. You blamed her for the dissolution of your entire relationship. Now you mean to tell me that this woman who spreads lies, has said horrible things about your sister, has come in between your relationship with your sister. You want her to come into your home, not your home, your bedroom? You don't invite no enemy into your home, and you damn sure don't invite them into your bedroom. But she wants to talk to Brandi. So she wants her to come into her home just to say hi. Okay. Kim walks out to get Brandi, who's already mic'd. Okay, Who y'all playing? Y'all not playing me. So this broad, who's already mic'd, walks into Kyle's bedroom. Weird. Walks into her bedroom and they're doing all this small talk. And then Denise suddenly comes up. And Brandi. I want you to be careful. I wouldn't trust her. I'm just saying that she's not who she says she is. And Kim, well, you know that she's done some terrible things. I won't say it. It's not my place. I won't say it. I won't say it. And Kyle is like, well, now you have to say it. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. So she forces Brandi to say it. Kim encourages it. Teddy is sitting there loving it. How are you pregnant and messy? A damn shame, Teddy. A damn shame. So anyway, I felt like my grandmother right there. Anyway, Brandi starts giving us her Hallmark performance. And she's just like, I said I wouldn't talk about this. Can I get some water? Wow, you about to pass out? What is so hard for you to say that now you need water? Did you forget your lines and you needed to take a moment so that you could remember? Is that what happened? I pulled that mess on stage too, sis. I see you. So she finally gets her water and her wine. And then she says, well, a year ago, Denise wanted to do my podcast. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody itching to do a podcast, especially Denise Richards. She says, I went and I did the podcast and then I was ready to go. And Denise was like, oh no, stay with me. Her kids were there, so I didn't think that anything would happen. And not too long ago before that, we actually made up, but we were both drunk. So the next day, we were both drunk. So you mean to tell me that Denise, who don't let people even talk about threesomes or kissing in front of her kids, got blackout drunk with you, and all of a sudden y'all start bumping genitalia? Really, girl? I was fine with doing it because I'm bisexual. Everybody knows that I'm bisexual. Kyle, who set this whole thing up, was like, oh, I didn't know that you were bisexual. Y'all can't even keep up with y'all damn lies. Y'all can't even keep up with the story. Brandi threw out that she was bisexual because she had to justify her and Denise having sex. Kyle, stick with the plan. So everybody knows that I'm bisexual, so I didn't have a problem with it because she also said that Aaron was okay with it. That they have an understanding. She can sleep with women, but she can't sleep with men, and he's okay with it. So wait a minute. Are you out in Aaron? Because you said that they can't sleep with other people unless they're the same sex. So are they both bisexual? Are we out in people now? What's going on here? Right? Then Brandi starts to break down even more. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh God. Kim, do it. Get free. Do it. Brandi. The next day, she says to me, oh my goodness, don't say anything. Aaron cannot know anything about this. He will kill me. And I just felt so taken advantage of because, my husband cheated on me. So I don't want to cheat with other people because I know what it felt like when that was done to me. So I felt really bad and I just felt used and violated. Get the hell out of here. You could not even keep up with this wacky story. Now let me say this. I've been in Hollywood long enough to know these people out here are freaks. Even a goody two-shoes, okay? My good friend got invited to a sex party with A-listers. Baby, you would be surprised who was on that guest list. I was like, who? Okay, so I wouldn't be shocked if they had an understanding. I wouldn't be shocked if they were both bisexual, but outing them is not cool. I'm not for that. Cal is too dumb to realize that now you're outing people. You didn't even know that. You trying to be messy, trying to get this broad off the show, didn't even know that you had already started off with a huge violation. So I believe that Denise and Aaron are probably, mad Hollywood. I wouldn't put it past them. Not judging, I'm just saying this is what goes on out here, which is why I'm taking my man to the East Coast. We will not be living married out here, please. But what I am saying is that is their marital bed. That is how they live their life in private. They did not bring that to the show. It's Brandi possibly outing Denise and Aaron. She's also spewing personal information, if true, if not, about their marriage. Kyle, I thought we don't do this. So now we playing with people's marriages? Oh, honey, you better remember that, because now the floodgates are open. Now we messing in everybody's marriage. Now we're talking about the private stuff that they do. Threesomes, the orgies with animals, putting coke on Disney stars' coochies, infidelities, abuse. Oh, you didn't open the floodgates, Kyle, because you brought this story to the show. Even if you want to be like, oh no, I didn't say it. When Brandi said that she was not going to say anything, you encouraged her to say it. Now you have opened the floodgates. Now it's fair game for everybody's marriage, even Rinna. You trying to be messy in the Queen of Beverly Hills. You done opened up something that you're not going to be able to close. And now this thing is going to backfire on you, because the streets been talking about Marital on camera and off. Baby, he is a mess. That's all I'm saying. You done started something that you cannot finish. I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready. This is not going according to your plan, mama. I'm sitting here watching this whole thing go down, and I'm like, these broads are too dumb to realize what they have just done. Y'all are too dumb to realize the ramifications that is going to come from this fake storyline. It's going to bring down the same broads who was trying to bring down Denise. It's not going to work in your favor. It damn sure ain't working in your favor with the audience. Check the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills hashtag. They have been dragging Cal for days. Cal and Teddy. They don't care that she was pregnant on that show. They're both going down. They are both going down. And I think Denise is going to be the one to get it started. Why would y'all do this? It was so fake, so forced, so put together. Even when Brandi and Kim left, they were still mic'd. And you can hear Brandi, I can't believe I said that. Oh. And Kim, you had to speak your piece. This is also your truth. Get the hell out of here. This is some fake mess. Y'all want to get rid of Denise because Denise is more popular than Kyle. Y'all too old to be this messy. Y'all too old to be this messy. And Erica, I'm disappointed that you would even get involved in this mess. But let me tell you something about Lisa Rinna. Denise thought that woman was her friend. She found out that she wasn't. She even said when she met with Rinna, she was just like, I needed to know where she stands. And now I know exactly where she stands. Let me tell you something. You broads is playing checkers. Denise is playing chess. Y'all got the right one. Y'all got the right one. Vanderpump was too classy. She had too much money and too many irons in the fire to be bothered with your mess. Because she knew she already had 2 checks coming from Bravo anyway. None of them other broads got a spin off. So they got to do what they got to do to stay on this damn show. But now you came for Denise. Mother don't come from money and mother ain't pedigree. Mother is gutter. She's reading you for filth on her Instagram. Denise ain't alone, because it seems like Garcelle is not here for that mess. So you got 2 powerhouses, 2 popular powerhouses on this show who got the favor of the fans, who was about to turn this mother out. And let me tell you something. I cannot wait. It seems like Dorit is neutral. Erica is trying to play neutral. I don't know if that's going to work, but it seems like it's going to be Rinna, Teddy, and Kyle. When it all goes down, it's going to fall on Kyle and Teddy. Here is why. You can't trust Rinna. Lisa Rinna will die for $1. Mother will do anything that she has to do for a coin. So if she sees that her money is looking a little funny because she didn't align herself with these broads that are going down, she's getting out. I guarantee you at their reunion, she's going to be like, oh, I had no idea. No, I didn't want to do that, but Kyle made me believe. She's going to put all of that on Kyle and Teddy. Watch. Watch. Rinna is nobody's friend. She is a friend of money and nobody else. Denise found that out real quick. I cannot wait for next week's episode because I just need to watch it to see if the things that I have been thinking are true. And then I can give you like my full honest review of what I think is happening here. Because I saw a little something happening and I binge watched the previous episodes that I missed. And the way this season is set up, something happened with this episode and beyond. Because this episode was so different. The editing was so choppy. Nothing made any sense. Something in the water ain't clean. Yes, I'm from Philly. You heard it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about with this episode. What did you guys think of this episode? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Guys, please like. That really helps my videos and the YouTube algorithm. So if you're new here and you like what you see, like this video so that people can have the same experience that you had when you clicked on this video. Thank you so much for stopping by and supporting NikkiStar TV. I appreciate you and I thank you so much for allowing me to spend this time with you. Love you guys. See you next week. That's going to be a good episode. See you soon. Bye.